Here we go, guys. We got another good one for you. Little flex down. That's actually my wife there. So this is just warming up shoulders, man. Get your shoulders and your joints moving good and greasy, Um, especially, I mean, always, but especially as you get later into your cycle, if you're working out intensely, this is actually a warm-up set right here on some rear delts. But, you definitely want to be good and greasy. Start going heavy and very intense. Have your joints, your synovial fluid going, all that good stuff, be good and greasy. So we're going to go into some lateral raises here. And you're going to see here, I'm just going to, even though I already warmed up, I'm just going to make sure before I go heavy on lateral raises with a little warm-up set, make sure I'm feeling good, get the shoulders moving, just really make sure that nothing's clicking and everything's moving smoothly. And then I'm going to grab 35s here, which is actually a step up, was a step up this week. And a little bit messy, a little bit sloppy, but I don't mind being a little bit messy and a little bit sloppy sometimes to move some weight and get some good eccentric action. You're going to see really control the negatives there on that first couple reps, and that's really what I'm after. I'm going to drop set multiple times anyway and have some strict form on multiple other additional reps or drop set reps. So I'm not too worried about a little bit of body momentum, a little bit of body movement to get the weight in position to get the eccentric. I do that with a number of exercises, just as a tactic, as an intensity tactic. Obviously, you have a partner that helps you with your movement, but it's kind of very similar in my estimation to just use some body momentum and movement to get in position for the like a force rep, to get in position for the eccentric. So we're going to drop to 30s. I was pretty gassed, as you can see there. We're going to drop at least 3 or 4 times here, I think. Feeling really good lately. And toward the end of the cycle, other than, like I said, the elbows acting up a little bit, I really took some time to warm up elbows. And I always make sure shoulders are good. But I was actually diving in the pool a week or two ago and kind of hit the bottom, and it kind of, not injured, but just kind of affected my elbows a little bit. On that, but so was doing really good. I might even went a little longer in my workouts, but my elbow started acting up a little bit after that. So anyways, we're going to drop set out there. We go all the way through. Normally I have the dumbbells ready here on the seat, or not on the seat, but near the seat. And in this case, it's actually the first time that happened, probably because I was busy recording and didn't think of it. I was worried about the video. So I am going to catch my breath for a moment here after grabbing the dumbbells, but I'm trying to superset basically directly into this overhead press. And you're going to notice I kind of, for me at least, get my elbows pretty far back to try to really hit that lateral delt. You're going to hit the front delt probably regardless, like without even trying. You don't really have to think about that. And I'm going to focus on the front delt in a moment anyway. So I'm really trying to get that lateral head of the delt and get that in on this exercise with that pre-exhaustion and then going into these. And pretty tapped. I'm going to do a little bit of a rest pause here and get some more reps, as you see, and then you're going to see me actually basically superset again into front raises, which are not very exhausting. So kind of a big superset there, but I just figure, after this overhead press, your front delts are already kind of tapped. Why not do some front raises and just, and I actually do a drop set, I think, in this stage as well too. Just get them done, So unless you have your chest work really close to this or something, or your some other thing where you're using your front delts, why not just exhaust them? Is kind of my philosophy. You're already there. So you can see again a little bit of body movement here. I don't mind. Pretty strict on the early reps if you didn't notice. I'm really more concerned about feeling it in my front delt, and I have that forefinger over the wrist and going kind of, I find it good for me to go across the body a little bit. I just find I feel it really much more in my front delt than just going straight up and down. But again here, just a drop set, and you see me just kind of going across body, and I'm just going to make sure those front delts are pretty exhausted. That's just my general philosophy with training is train intensely, be sure you get the stimulus for growth. That's really what your training is, and of course you got to eat and sleep, and those are probably the major things in that regard. So just a little in between workouts, between exercises here. You're going to see some tricep push downs here. This wasn't in sequence of this. I just decided to record again. This is actually toward the latter part of the workout. I did biceps before this. Pretty good bicep work. And I'm at like 180, 190 or something like that on the tricep push downs, which I've done 210, I think 220 before, but not a focus right now. It's not being put like in the beginning of my workouts and stuff like that, but still progressing. I think I get 12. The 12th rep was really tough, as you might see. So we're ready to, if you're in that 8 to 12 rep range, definitely ready to go up in weight next week on that. I think I did several drop sets, which was a little unusual. Just like I said, this day was feeling really good, and did multiple drop steps on certain exercises, a little more than normal. I definitely always do at least one, sometimes two. I might have even did 3 or 4. I don't remember. We'll see in a moment on these here on this day. But really tried to gas them. And of course, that affects your other exercises. So after this, I go into what they call skull crushers on a bench. I did go heavy with those as well. And then I do like an overhead press. I like it with cables, but you can, whatever works, sometimes with a dumbbell. But just really make sure that, once again, the muscles tapped. And I've been also doing another exercise that I won't share at the moment, but it's been very helpful for triceps. A little flex down. Don't forget to subscribe.